the 1974 Kennedy half dollar with the Denver D. Mint mark is more than just a piece of American currency. It's a striking relic of political legacy, artistic vision, and enduring numismatic intrigue. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin commemorates President John F. Kennedy and reflects the deep reverence Americans held for him following his assassination in 1963, sculpted with elegant precision. The obverse showcases the left-facing bust of Kennedy, a design by Gilroy Roberts that captures both his youthful energy and presidential dignity. The reverse, crafted by Frank Gasparo, depicts the presidential sealand, eagle clutching olive branches and arrows, flanked by a ring of stars. The coin's weight of 11.34 grams and its copper-nickel composition marked a shift from the silver-dominant coins of the previous decade, aligning with broader economic changes in the U.S. minting policy during the 1970s, although not a low mintage year. The 1974D Kennedy half dollar stands out for its premium condition specimens, especially those graded MS66 and higher. What truly sets this coin apart is not just its age, but the rarity of uncirculated, lustrous examples that have survived decades without contact marks or tarnish. Collectors and investors alike now recognize that high-grade examples are becoming increasingly difficult to obtain, as most 1974D half dollars were used in circulation or lost to time. It's this limited availability of pristine versions that has pushed the coin's value to a staggering $1,800 in the collector market today. The historical backdrop of this coin further amplifies its significance. The 1970s were a period of great change in America. The Vietnam War was drawing to a close. The Watergate scandal was brewing, and inflation was rapidly rising. Amidst this turbulence, the Kennedy half dollar symbolized national unity and hope, a tribute to a leader whose vision inspired millions. At the same time, the coin was also part of a practical strategy by the U.S. Mint to maintain coin production while managing rising metal costs. In this transitional environment, the 1974D coin found its place both as a currency and as a quiet emblem of cultural sentiment. Many collectors are drawn to this coin, not just for its design or connection to JFK, but for the thrill of finding a gem-quality example that has survived 5 decades with sharp detail, strong luster, and minimal surface blemishes. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have certified only a limited number of these coins in top conditions, making them prized trophies in any Kennedy half dollar collection. A coin graded MS66 or higher, especially with a strong strike and frosted devices, can command up to $1,800 or more in today's market. It's an incredible value for a coin once worth just 50 cents. Moreover, subtle variations in strike quality, minting anomalies, and planchette imperfections have also captured the attention of era coin enthusiasts. Double die versus weak strikes, or off-center minting examples of the 1974D Kennedy half dollar are especially rare, adding another layer of allure for numismatists who specialize in errors. Even a slight variation can translate into hundreds or even thousands of dollars in value. These features transform the coin from a simple monetary unit into a miniature historical artifact, rich with mystery and potential. This coin also marks an important chapter in the evolution of U.S. coinage. By 1974, the Mint had fully transitioned from silver to clad compositions for half dollars, reflecting both technological advancement and economic necessity. Yet despite this shift, the Kennedy half dollar retained a visual appeal that has withstood the test of time. Its broad diameter of 30.6 millimeters gave designers room to craft a detailed, expressive image, while the reeded edge added a sense of sophistication. Whether viewed under magnification or admired with the naked eye, the 1974D half dollar remains one of the most iconic coins of the modern American era. While many coins from the 1970s are often overlooked, the Kennedy series enjoys a loyal base of collectors, and demand has only intensified in recent years. Online auctions, estate sales, and coin expos frequently see bidding wars over top-grade examples of the 1974D issue. As supply diminishes and public interest grows especially among new generation collectors, prices have steadily climbed. Coins previously valued at $500, $700 are now commanding over $1,800, especially when backed by third-party grading certificates that authenticate quality and authenticity. For enthusiasts building a complete Kennedy series registry set, the 1974D is a must-have cornerstone. Its unique place in the chronology of the series and its increasingly scarce mint condition examples make it one of the standout years. Even beyond the collector community, the coin has cultural relevance. It's often used in educational settings, history displays, and even as a commemorative keepsake passed down through generations. Its power lies not just in monetary worth, but in the emotional and historical resonance it carries. What truly elevates the 1974D Kennedy half-dollar is the story it tells. It bridges eras, from the promise of the 1960s to the uncertainties of the 1970s, from silver coinage to clad metals, and from memory to legacy. Every gleam of its surface reflects the memory of a fallen president, the ingenuity of American minting, and the unspoken bond between past and present. As collectors examine the clean lines of Kennedy's portrait or the intricate feathers on the eagle's wings, they're connecting with a narrative that transcends time. Perhaps most compelling is the realization that a coin like this once casually spent on a soda or a sandwich is now worth up to $1,800, a reminder that history, rarity, and condition can elevate even the humblest item into a treasure. It's also a wake-up call for casual holders and estate inheritors. What you believe is ordinary pocket change could, in fact, be a small fortune. This is why coin grading, proper storage, and authentication have become essential in the numismatic world, ensuring that hidden gems like the 1974D Kennedy half-dollar are recognized for their true worth. Whether you're a lifelong numismatist, a curious investor, or someone who inherited a coin collection, the 1974D Kennedy half-dollar is a shining example of how everyday currency can become an extraordinary collectible. Its rich design, historic relevance, and skyrocketing value make it a must-have and a must-know for anyone who's interested in coins that are rewriting the rules of worth in today's rare coin market. Next up, among the many coins that capture a snapshot of America's journey, the 1976 Kennedy half-dollar holds a celebrated and patriotic position. Issued during the United States Bicentennial celebration, this coin stands out with a special dual DATE 17761976, marking 2 centuries of American independence. Unlike the standard Kennedy half-dollars minted before and after it, this version featured a completely redesigned reverse created specifically for the nation's 200th birthday. The imagery on the back of the coin isn't just decorative, it's symbolic, featuring Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the very building where both the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were debated and adopted. The coin embodies the soul of American democracy. Designer Seth G. Huntington's work showcases this historic landmark in impressive detail, making the coin visually and historically distinct from all other Kennedy halves. While many 1976 Kennedy half-dollars were struck for circulation, separates the valuable examples from the common ones is grade, strike quality, and originality. The uncirculated, high-grade specimens, particularly those with brilliant luster, full detail, and no wear or handling marks, can reach values up to $1,650 in today's collector market. These are typically coins that were stored carefully from the time they were released, untouched by circulation, and preserved in pristine condition. Notably, collectors prize coins with a strong strike, where every architectural line on Independence Hall is visible and the inscriptions are crisp. For those specimens certified by grading agencies such as PCGS or NGCSMS 66 or higher, demand has been steadily increasing over the last few years. Another captivating aspect of the 1976 Kennedy half-dollar lies in its production format. This coin was minted in both clad and silver compositions across multiple facilities: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D Mint Mark, and San Francisco's Mint Mark. The silver-clad versions, especially the 40% silver collector editions, were not released for general circulation and came in special mint sets and proof sets. However, even among the more common copper-nickel issues, exceptional examples from the Denver Mint have been fetching high premiums due to their rarity and flawless condition. The D Mint Mark variety, with its gleaming surfaces and limited high-grade population, is especially favored among bicentennial coin collectors, aiming to complete registry sets. The coin's appeal is not only driven by its age or metal content, but by the once-in-a-lifetime nature of its design. Unlike regular circulation coins that return year after year with the same motif, this bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar had a short window of minting just for 1975 and 1976. No other Kennedy coin features the Independence Hall reverse. No other year shows the dual date of 1776 to 1976, making this issue both unique and historic. For many Americans, these coins evoke memories of the grand bicentennial celebrations, fireworks, parades, and a surge in national pride. That emotional connection, combined with the coin's tangible rarity, contributes significantly to its collector value. Interestingly, while millions were struck, a large portion of these coins were used heavily in commerce, especially the clad issues. As a result, finding one in excellent, untouched condition has become challenging. Over time, many examples have suffered from surface scratches, bag marks, discoloration, or environmental damage, leaving a relatively small pool of coins that still meet the demanding standards of modern grading systems. This makes the $1,650 valuation for top-tier examples not only realistic but also justified. When you consider the coin's historical impact, its design, exclusivity, and condition rarity, it becomes clear why serious numismatists continue to hunt for these elusive gems. Adding to its allure is the coin's connection to broader trends. In 20th century American coinage, the 1976 Kennedy half-dollar wasn't just a commemorative was part of a larger movement by the U.S., meant to mark the country's 200-year milestone with redesigned coinage. Alongside it, the bicentennial quarter and bicentennial Eisenhower dollar were also issued with special motifs. But it is the Kennedy half-dollar, due to its strong association with a beloved president and its elegant architecture-themed reverse, that has proven to be the most enduringly collectible of the trio. It bridges the gap between political memory and national pride in a way no other coin quite achieves. Another important aspect for collectors is that the 1976 Kennedy half-dollar offers a high degree of aesthetic satisfaction. Its large diameter provides ample space for the intricate design, and the composition ensures durability and a satisfying heft in hand. Whether viewed in a slab, a proof set, or raw in a coin holder, the coin's bold motifs and historical context give it an immediate visual and emotional impact. Many who invest in this coin also appreciate the dual narrative it represents, celebrating both Kennedy's legacy and the nation's founding principles. This dual meaning imbues the coin with a depth that continues to resonate with collectors of all backgrounds. 1. Lesser-known detail that enhances this coin's mystique is the special packaging it received in 1976 when sold through U.S. Mint sets and proof sets. These presentations introduced a generation of Americans to coin collecting, and many numismatists today trace their passion back to the moment they first opened one of these gleaming sets and saw the majestic Kennedy half-dollar shining inside. As time has passed, sealed sets have become harder to find, and many coins have been removed or damaged, reducing the pool of pristine examples even further. As demand continues to grow for untouched bicentennial halves, the market for high-grade coins has shown consistent upward movement for those lucky enough to inherit old family coin sets or discover coins tucked away in drawers. The 1976 Kennedy half-dollar might seem ordinary at first glance, but with proper grading and certification, it can transform into a small treasure worth over $1,600. Collectors are advised to look for examples with bright, toned surfaces, sharp details, and strong central strike features that dramatically increase value. Coins that meet these strict criteria are becoming increasingly rare, especially as more collectors search for investment-grade Kennedy halves for their growing portfolios. Beyond the investment value, the coin also serves as an educational tool. It opens the door to discussions about the American Revolution, John F. Kennedy's influence, the art of coin design, and the evolving practices of the U.S. Mint in classrooms, museums, and even family gatherings. The 1976 Bicentennial half-dollar continues to spark curiosity and storytelling. Making it more than just a collectible, it becomes a symbol of shared heritage and learning. The current market valuation of $1,650 for high-grade 1976 Kennedy half-dollars may surprise some. But seasoned collectors understand that coins like these represent more than metal. They're relics of America's soul. They reflect historical milestones, artistic achievements, and personal memories. And with the continued expansion of the global coin collecting community, demand for such iconic U.S. coins shows no signs of slowing. For those holding an exceptional specimen, now may be the perfect time to seek grading or consider auction opportunities, as market interest continues to climb. In closing, the 1976 Kennedy half-dollar isn't just another 50-cent piece, it's a commemorative canvas painted with history, patriotism, and artistry. Its dual date, unique design, and symbolic imagery place it in a category of its own. And with top-quality examples reaching up to $1,650 in the current numismatic market, this coin stands as proof that America's 200th birthday left behind. More than parades and fireworks, it left behind a treasure that still dazzles nearly 5 decades later. Next up, pin the world of modern American coinage. The 1980 Kennedy half-dollar bearing the P mint mark quietly commands the attention of seasoned collectors who understand that value isn't always dictated by age or metal content, but by a fascinating blend of minting dynamics, production nuances, and elite condition scarcity. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint during a pivotal transitional period in U.S. numismatics, this coin symbolizes the evolution of the half-dollar in a post-silver era, an evolution that tells its own rich, underappreciated story. With its mirror-like luster, impressive strike, and sharp relief, the 1980p Kennedy half-dollar represents a coin that has risen in value due to rarity and premium grade, not sheer mintage volume. On the surface, the 1980p might appear to be a typical copper-nickel-clad coin, similar to millions of others struck in circulation. But dig a little deeper, and you'll discover what makes this specific issue so prized today. By 1980, the public's use of half-dollars in everyday transactions had sharply declined. These coins were often ignored in favor of quarters or dollar bills, meaning many half-dollars sat in Federal Reserve vaults, never entering wide circulation. This behavior led to reduced handling, but also a lack of widespread attention, causing many of the coins to be improperly stored, mishandled, or simply forgotten in drawers. It's this context that makes top-tier uncirculated examples with the Philadelphia Mint mark extraordinarily hard to come by today, especially in grades like MS66 or above, where values can soar to $1,120. The 1980 year is notable for another reason. It marked the first time the Philadelphia Mint included the P mint mark on the Kennedy half-dollar. Until then, coins from Philadelphia bore no mint mark, making this a historic first that adds an extra layer of collector intrigue. It wasn't just a subtle change, it was a shift in tradition. And for serious collectors who chase first of milestones, this coin became a must-have, setting it apart from prior and even many later issues. The presence of the P adds distinction, elevating the coin's profile and enhancing demand, especially for enthusiasts who build complete mint mark sets or focus on transitional year coinage. A closer look at the coin's design reveals the enduring strength of its artistic elements. On the obverse, John F. Kennedy's portrait appears as confident and resolute as ever, sculpted by Gilroy Roberts with lines that reflect both youth and authority. The date 1980 rests beneath the neckline, while Liberty arches above with balanced spacing and a clean strike. On well-preserved coins, Kennedy's cheek, jawline, and hair exhibit full detail, making condition-sensitive collectors scrutinize these areas for completeness and sharpness. Reverse still bearing Frank Gaspero's eagle holding a bundle of arrows and olive branches remains a patriotic centerpiece. Yet in this specific year, coins with full feather detailing and well-defined talons are not always easy to locate, adding further appeal to the MS-66 and MS-67 population. Interestingly, 8 DATP Kennedy half-dollar also exists in a narrow window of time when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with striking techniques and preparing for broader changes in the coinage landscape. In an era before widespread mechanized quality control and die polishing automation, many coins bore slight imperfections, bag marks, weak strikes, or die fatigue. That's what makes a flawless 1980 piece so desirable. It beat the odds. Survived nearly 45 years without tarnish, scratches, or the tiny abrasions caused by rolling, shipping, or counting machines. For collectors and investors alike, finding such an example is a treasure. Hunting those who succeed are rewarded not just with a piece of history, but with an asset now fetching up to $1,120 on the open market, beyond its collectible worth. The 1980 Kennedy half-dollar, with the P mint mark, also serves as a snapshot of American economic and cultural attitudes of its time. The coin was issued during a moment when inflation was a major concern and public trust in monetary policy was fragile. Coin collecting, meanwhile, was seeing a quiet resurgence as people sought tangible investments. Gold and silver were soaring in price, and the general population began re-evaluating even non-precious coins as potential future assets. That mindset allowed many to recognize the hidden value in coins like the 1980p, which initially flew under the radar but have since emerged as important. Modern-era collectibles, the story of this coin's rise in value, also reflects the increasing sophistication of today's numismatic world. With the rise of professional grading services such as NGC and PCWise, even relatively recent coins are now being analyzed under microscopes and judged with rigorous consistency. As a result, population reports have revealed just how scarce certain grades of the 1980p truly are. For example, while millions of 1980 half-dollars were struck in Philadelphia, only a tiny fraction qualify as MS-66 or higher. This revelation has led collectors to aggressively pursue the top-end pieces, thus driving the value of those coins up to four figures. For collectors building a Kennedy, a half-dollar registry set, acquiring a high-grade 1980p is essential. Its historical significance, its mint mark debut, and its elite condition rarity make it a keystone in any serious collection. Even collectors who focus solely on modern coins consider the 1980p a hidden gem, a coin often overlooked by beginners. But highly coveted among experts, it's not flashy with silver content, nor does it feature a special commemorative design. But its combination of minting history and conditional scarcity makes it one of the most undervalued treasures in the Kennedy series. What also sets this coin apart is the rising demand for premium condition modern coins from younger generations of collectors. Unlike their predecessors, who often focused on silver or 19th century coins, today's new numismatists are increasingly drawn to late 20th century issues, especially those that are deceptively difficult to find in gem condition. This cultural shift has led to renewed market energy for coins like the 1980p, fueling its price growth and cementing its place as a vital part of any modern coin portfolio. In terms of appearance, an ideal example of this coin will exhibit brilliant luster across both sides, free from distracting nicks or surface haze. Collectors often note the importance of strike strength on Kennedy's hairline and the eagle's feathers, as these areas are frequently weak. A coin that shows full design definition in these high points, coupled with a clean, unblemished field, becomes instantly desirable. As demand outpaces available supply, auction results and private sales have steadily climbed, with some sales surpassing $1,100, especially for coins housed in early-generation grading slabs. Beyond numismatic circles, the 1980p Kennedy half-dollar occasionally surfaces in estate collections, bank hoards, or or coin jars, where it may go unnoticed. For this reason, experts encourage amateur collectors and inheritors to review their holdings carefully, especially if the coin appears uncirculated. An unassuming 1980 half dollar could be worth far more than expected $1,120 or more, depending on certification and condition. That's the magic of numismatics. Everyday objects, when preserved with care, can transform into unexpected investments. This coin is also a symbol of enduring design. Despite its copper-nickel composition, the Kennedy half dollar maintains a noble presence that speaks to the elegance of American coinage. The 1980p, though lacking precious metal content, carries value through scarcity condition. And collector demand an equation that continues to reward those with a discerning eye in the ever-changing world of coin collecting. The 1980 Kennedy half dollar with the P mint mark remains a subtle powerhouse. Its story is one of firsts, of hidden rarity, and of steady appreciation in a market that increasingly values modern classics. Whether discovered in a childhood collection or hunted down at an auction, this coin commands respect and at a value of $1,120, it's no longer just pocket change. It's a serious contender in the arena of 20th century American numismatics, waiting to be claimed by those who recognize its worth.